Hey everybody, welcome to Cut the Kibble. I have my daughter's 10-year-old Chewini here for the week. And today I wanted to do a video on the top 5 things that I see people do wrong when they home cook. All right, let's get into it. The first thing is they don't add enough protein. You know, I see all these videos on YouTube where people are home cooking for their dog, and they have massive amount of vegetables and grains and a little bit of protein. No, if you're gonna home cook, you need to have at least the recipe have 50% protein. I shoot more to 60% protein. Okay, so that's the number one thing. And then the next thing that I see is they have way too many carbs. You know, you're learning this stuff by looking at these advertisements for Just Food for Dogs and Farmer's Dogs, where they'll have a protein first, and then they'll have like 6 ingredients that are carbs. Now, what do I mean by carbs? They'll have all in one recipe: white potatoes, sweet potatoes, rice, barley, peas, carrots. These are all carbs. All right, and why do they do that? Because those are all cheap carbs. Carbs are not good for dogs because if they eat it over a long time, they're going to get overweight and they're going to get diabetes. Carbs are split up into 2 categories: low starchy and high starchy. And if you're going to home cook, you need to add 1 high starchy good carb. A good carb would be pumpkin, sweet potato, or butternut squash. And then you need to add a few low starchy vegetables. And you're not going to see any of these in Farmer's Dog or any of those other mail order places that charge so much. Low starchy would be asparagus, red pepper, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, red cabbage, things of that nature. All right. And the next thing I see people do, they're not varying their food. They stick to one recipe and they do that one recipe over and over again. Would you like to eat the same thing all the time? No. And what's wrong with that? Well, you're not getting a balanced diet because you're eating the same foods, all right? And it's really dangerous when you're adding spinach into that one recipe, because some dogs, not all, but some dogs can develop oxalate stones from spinach. So I only put spinach in on a very minimal rotation. Like on Fridays, she gets salmon. She gets salmon once a week, and it's at night. So I would add that in to that recipe. You got to be careful with spinach, okay? And a real crucial one that I see people do, I've consulted people, and they don't put in any calcium. You know, they're doing the protein, the peas and carrots, and a ton of rice, and they think that is going to be good for your dog. You have to add calcium, all right? I've been telling this throughout all of my 400 plus videos. You need to add calcium if you home cook for your dog. I've been doing for 12 years Animal Essentials seaweed calcium. It's the best out there, in my opinion. And the last thing that I don't see dog owners do, they're not adding liver. Liver is essential in a dog's diet. It has nutrients that are not found in any other foods. It has the copper, it has the zinc, but you have to add only a little bit, okay? So anyway, these are just 5 of the top things that I see people doing wrong. If you want to know how to cook the right way for your dog, you could look at my videos, or I also do consults. Alrighty, we're just gonna hang out here on the couch now.